A bad one. Okay. Hell, I can't even see the water anymore. Damn, I think everyone's in a hurry to get home today. I will. Give me a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna eat another piece of pizza in just a little while. Yes. Yeah, I do too. Oh my. Can't even see the water. That's the craziness. Things out there power washing. I heard your uncle. Ain't no mistaking him or your mother's voice. We got a storm ready to roll through. Babe, all you can see is white out there. Here it comes. Here comes the rain. Doo-doo-doo. I know. It's okay. It's not. Oops, sorry guys.
Here comes the rain, doo 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 doo. You need a chair?
Yes, love, I do. Oh, cool.
There you go.
Thank you, baby. Rip. Oh,
It's raining. It's gonna rain.
you're on the.
Metal thing.
JJ's live now on his screen.
Cool. Someone's power washing. Can you believe it? Someone is out here power washing. I guess that's just not enough rain that's going to come down for them. You can see she's coming by. It's already over there.
We've moved that brick and put that brick.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, we ain't gonna stay out here. That stuff starts pounding. But you get an idea. You can't even see Aguadilla.
I know, that's why I had it facing that way. Because as the rain comes, you're not going to be able to see the trees.
Puerto Rican storm.
No, this ain't my first. No, the one last time we were here with Anna when I thought I was taking a nap and I thought someone broke the damn window.
Oh.
Oh, here it comes.
Here. Oh, it's blowing this way.
Of course.
It's not good.
No, it's already in the trees.
It's blowing sideways.
Yep.
There we go. I don't know how good you guys are gonna see it. See?
Right here is good.
Over there's
Maybe
good?
not.
Huh?
Maybe not.
Okay. Jose se tormenta. Yep, here it comes. Wonder if we should have went downstairs.
I don't know.
¿Dónde tú estás, José? ¿Está mojado o no? Estaba una tormenta donde tú estabas. I called it 1 o'clock.
Well, that's what the weather station said too.
I didn't think it was gonna happen. You hear that breeze? Wow. We gotta close the front porch. Here, bring in your thing here. Bring in that. Bring in all that.
Yep.
It's coming sideways. I'm gonna see if I can set this up in the room.
All right. Got it.
Okay, we gotta close the porch, the front door. Let's see if we get in the room, guys. Because it's supposed to come down real bad. Reeby. Jesus. It's been a long time since I've had a walking stick. Sí, mucha agua. Y viento también. A lot of wind. Let's see if I can set this sucker up so you guys don't see window. You guys can see a storm. Fire me.
See?
I'm doing a horrible job being a cameraman.
You are.
How does that look? Hopefully you guys can hear it.
Here, phone.
Thank you. That's storming weather. It's what causes mudslides. Ooh, did you see that? Might be a lot of cookies out tonight. You said JJ's on?
I'm trying to find it, but that, he sent me JJ's account, but when I looked it up,
It should say live. If you subscribe to him. If you didn't subscribe to him, it's not gonna pop up.
well, that's why I told John, send me the link. Thank you. Oh, there he goes. All right, I have him. Well, shit, it was there. I didn't know that's
Did you subscribe to him?
Yes. I just did.
Yeah, it's not showing up on mine. Oh, that's right, because I don't have the same thing as you.
Well, because this is the thing.
Oh, okay.
So I told John, send me the link. See?
Yeah.
I mean, giving me his account information is not helping me any.
Now you have to forward me an email. Because this is a different phone, that's why. Hey, Lee. Thank you.
Well, it's under our subscriptions now.
My phone is my name.
Oh, that's right.
Computer is your name. Well, we can go out there and slow it up a little bit before the next round comes.
All right, if he knows I'm on there, because I put hello.
Hopefully he'll talk to people. That's how you keep your lives. You coming out through this door?
No, I'll go out the other way.
Okay. He said it looks like the same here except mountains close by here in Oklahoma. Yes, mountains.
Lots of them.
Mountains. No matter where you live, you are correct. It does look the same. There we go. I could just imagine what it looks like in Alaska. Probably way beautifuler than this.
Safe to bring the chair?
Yeah, until it comes down again. There goes the cloud in the mountain.
Yep, clouds coming down in the mountain.
Yeah, but I bet you Alaska's beautiful. Way prettier than this here. I would love to go. I would love to go. Lived there for 7 years, no words to describe her beauty. It's just that there's so much going on with our parents being sick, and they're old, so it's kind of hard to travel. I mean, the only reason we are here is because of the house here, but it's so hard to travel when you got parents you got to take care of. says, you must go, never come back. You go a lot and you never come back on purpose. I bet. I bet. I would love to go around the time when they had no sunset. I bet you that's pretty cool. Where it's 24 hours daylight.
Oh, well, then they also have it where it's 24 hours for months. That's all darkness.
Oh, okay. You can see the clouds passing through the mountain. Okay. Our parents are gone, but our two kids keep us at home door dashing. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you. If it's not one thing, it's another. If it's not one thing, it's another thing. I know my cousin did a video where he recorded a tornado last month or something down there. But that's how it is for us. If it's one thing, it's another. Sometimes we have plans to go somewhere. Like I said, the only reason we're here is because my parents can't come here all the time to see what's going on with the house. And we got return tickets, so we can return whenever we're going to go back on the 25th, but we can return whenever we want to. So if something did happen, we can always go back. But because we want to go to Denver or Colorado or something like that, in Las Vegas. So or somewhere where? Arizona for the Grand Canyon. But
and then I want to go to Montana for the Yellowstone.
something always comes up. Take a while while you can run the system. And we're just tired. Yeah. Yeah, we're in our 50s. And we're feeling like that now. Every day here is over 100 degrees. You can hear that rain coming down. And that wind gusting through. Babe, come back here. It's not wet. You can bring the chairs.
What's the hell you need it over there back here?
Dry as heck back here.
Okay, damn. Okay.
Here we go.
I'll get that chair.
All right. I lived in Chicken 6 years. Beauty rainforest for living on an island. It's not as romantic as it's made out to be. A boat or plane expensive. Yes. Yeah, you are correct about that. It's all about having money. A lot of people just think it's simple. It's easy, but it's not.
There you go.
Only we got to be careful here is for the lightning. That's all.
Listen here, we can't have it all.
Well, we got to try back here. Yeah, it is starting to get expensive. They say it's cheap to fly right now, but they're just trying to get everybody back into traveling again. And then when they get everybody back into traveling, they're going to use that excuse. East Alaska, should have went there younger, good money there. Not as cheap as it was. Yeah, that's how Florida used to be. Florida used to be cheap as hell when I moved there in 96, I think. 93, 96. And it's expensive. But it's still cheaper than as far as housing goes. But it's not a lot of making money over there. Unless you go into a big company or you're transferring from a big company that pays a lot. But a lot of people don't survive in Florida. They wind up leaving after 6 months or a year because they're so used to spending, $1,000. They're used to making $5,000 a week. You go to Florida, you're making $500 a week. I lived in Jacksonville since the 70s. I mean, car insurance is expensive. Car insurance, people are leaving the state of Florida. House insurance is going up. I love Florida. Doctor is based there. Yeah, that's one thing good about Florida. They do have good doctors. But it's just, it's getting out of control. But it's still not as bad as living in some places. Well, that's good that he saved your life. Yeah, when I went through my cancer 3 years ago, I found a good doctor. See the cloud going through the mountain, guys? It's a cloud going right through the mountains. I could see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it's a cloud. Hopefully when this rain stops, the puffy clouds will come through. It's like this rain just, for some reason, it's not getting wet back here, but in the side and in the front. Keys reversing hubbies type 2. Oh, good. That's good. Yeah, I mean, they say, like, I think I went to a doctor's office one time before I found a good doctor. And the guy was like, yeah, they say these are our golden years, but they didn't say how expensive it was to live. So, if you want to keep living, you got to pay for it. That's the things they never tell you about. But the older you get, it does get more expensive because of medicines, and the older you live, the more things you get. So it's like, what do you do? I mean, the only thing you can really do is just try to keep on living. I got an aunt, she should turn 100 this year. Or she's 100. My father's in his 90s. I know BB's mother or son, I think she's getting in her 90s. All previous jobs kept increasing meds. Yeah, that's all they want to do. This one put us on a keto, carnivore, eating way 3 years now. Yeah, we were just talking about that this morning, or a couple of nights ago when we did a live. That how doctors, they just want to give you medicine, and or maybe we were talking about that this morning.
We were.
That how doctors, especially here in Puerto Rico, it's not the greatest doctors here, and all they want to do is shove medicine down your throat. I mean, I have an amazing doctor, and I think for like a year and a half, he was like, your cholesterol is high, but it can be manageable. And I tried everything, but every time I'm coming to Puerto Rico, I'm eating food, and then he's like, your cholesterol, you tell me you don't want to be on medicine, but you got to bring that cholesterol. So I tried something, brought it down, I started eating differently, and then I went back into my bad habits again. And then it was like, of course, when I go back into my bad habits again, I'm seeing my doctor. And then he was finally, after a year and a half, he was like, well, now you got to take a pill. He goes, I kept on telling you, you tell me you don't want to go on pills, and that's a little bit of my fault too. Yeah, have you heard of Dr. Seawees? No, I never. He has 2 offices we do Zoom. He's all over YouTube. Oh, I'll have to check him out.
What doctor?
Seawees.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
I'm addicted to carbs. Yeah. I mean, we all are. And the thing is, so much carbs into everything now. But it's, and sometimes it gets boring eating the same stuff. Even eating carbs, it gets boring.
It does.
Eating the same stuff, and then because we change it up, our thing.
Yeah.
And you still can't lose weight, I mean, I don't even eat candy and stuff like that. But then, then when I get ready, then it's like, man, I want a piece of candy. And then all of a sudden I go for my blood work, and it's like that candy did me damage. It's like, God damn it. And we've tried, but there's like so much carbs into everything. But like I said, it just, there's a time where we didn't eat. We were eating meats. We were doing like a keto for a while.
Yeah.
But then it got just repetitive.
gets boring.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you want to bite into a juicy Big Mac and stuff. And then, you got to read all these things. But a lot of the key, too, is to get out and walk is a lot of the key issues. But the thing is like when you can't get out and walk, it's hard. It's hard. And it's hard on a lot of people because a lot of people just can't get out there and walk. And if all it takes is walking around your house, and some people, we can't even do that because the older we're getting, everything we did when we were younger catches up to you. Yeah. The carbs are calling you. Yeah. Yep. But it's just, but I'll definitely check that out. And my doctors don't push exercise. What they push mainly is
Your
walking.
diet, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're saying, like, because they know I have a lot of feet issues and stuff. And
el fallecimiento de la señora Bárbara Caroline, conocida por Baba, viuda de Carlos Barber, natural del barrio Cruces de Rincón y residente del barrio Pueblo. Sus nietos, Jacob, Adam, Matthew y Lisette, sus hermanas, Longina, Carmín y demás familiares notifican que su cuerpo estará expuesto en la funeraria Santa Rosa.
Oh, that's a funeral announcement right there, guys.
Partiendo la comitiva fúnebre hacia la iglesia católica Santa Rosa de Lima y luego al cementerio.
They're inviting everybody, whoever wants to come. If you know this person, they named off the family's name, and they give the date and time and location of when the funeral is going to be. But our doctor doesn't push exercise. His main thing is like, we try to do gardening work around the house. Go out for a couple hours and stuff like that. I mean, that's his main thing. It's like, just do something, whether you're inside the house, do some stretches, or so your body doesn't. Give me something to drink when you come back, anything.
Okay.
And
so we can come back over here now. We can see the ocean.
Oh, we can see the ocean. But like I said, he doesn't push exercise. But even when I went to my foot doctor, even when I went to my stomach doctor, everyone's like, man, your weight. And I was like, well, I had a lot of steroids shot into me. I wish I would have never done that. And it doesn't want to lose no matter what I do. I mean, I only eat one time a day, and I get full for the whole day. I hate exercise, too. I mean, I used to love, when I was younger, I used to just love walking when I grew up in the city and stuff. But now as you get older, like I said, everything, we used to do when we were younger, jump off of trees and friggin', run into walls, and you know what I'm saying? Stuff we did when we were a kid, it finally catch up. And I used to work a lot on cars. So, I used to lift engines and transmissions and, be a Hercules. Well, Hercules caught up to me. Let's check out this view here. They got some clouds in the mountain, like literally below us. Hopefully you guys can see it. But right there, right in front of you, there's some clouds, like literally in the mountain coming across. Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, here's your drink.
If I had found him back in 2012, I would have went to Tijuana for the gastric sleeve. And that's the other thing. My friend Dave, he has the gastric sleeve, and he has a lot of issues.
He sure
But
does.
with the gastric sleeve, they don't want to operate on him. Like, you have to have a person that does gastric sleeves to operate on you, because he had a hernia and he's still right. He still has the hernia
Yeah.
because he's went 3 times to the operating room, and as soon as they were getting ready, they were
And
like,
they already know that he's
yeah,
got it.
and they already know he got it. They prep him up and everything, and then right there they're like, oh, you got a gastric sleeve. We can't do nothing. You have to get a doctor in here that does gastric sleeve work as well as take out, do your thing and stuff. And oh, it's pissing him off. It is pissing him off and stuff.
Well, I mean, shit, he's got a bad hernia.
I don't regret it at all. I was almost 300. Yeah, right now I'm at 256. I just can't seem to break between 250 to 260, and I just can't seem to break that mark. But the gastric sleeve, he's having a lot of issues with people wanting to touch him, and he doesn't want to take it out. But I also follow Dr. Ken Berry on YouTube. All right, I have to check out those two. But it's mainly like, just when you just can't get out there and move around. That's the only thing that stinks in life. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing a gastric sleeve, but if I have to go through all that problem and I need a doctor to do surgery on me for something else and he doesn't want to touch me because of that sleeve in there. See, I didn't even know none of that stuff. And then either way, when you lose all that weight, you still got extra skin.
You sure do.
I mean, it's just an ongoing, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's literally a cloud that's just running from left to right. What does the radar say? Another wave coming through?
I don't know. Let me go
Because I
back
think
and look
at
at
2
it.
o'clock was the next one. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the main thing is getting out there and walking. But it's hard.
Occasional thunderstorms likely to continue until 6 p.m. tonight.
What about the radar?
I'm looking at it.
Okay. But other than that, this is really the second time it's rained here
Yeah.
since we've been here. The first time was, yes, the day before. But this one here is supposed to be there was some kind of big thing coming off of Africa. And,
Yeah, it looks like we're done.
sure? What's that right there?
That's moving.
That's us? Okay.
Yeah, at 2.
And then what's that behind? Look at that. What time is that?
That's about, well,
That's what I'm saying. It's not done. I think there's another wave. I think that's what that one is. Yeah, that's what's happening now. And now, what time is that? Right
about
there.
2:33 o'clock.
Yep, 2:33 o'clock is supposed to be another big one. A big rainstorm. So whatever this is, it's definitely covered the whole island. Yes, sir, I can attest to that. Says Dr. Suri is a bariatric surgeon, but it's a last resort with him. Yes, I can attest to that, but at 70, I don't care. Yeah, at a certain age, I mean. I think, like, I don't think it's a certain age. I think that there's certain times in our life where if we gain some weight, we're just like, who cares? And then by the time you hit 70, you're like, damn. Who really cares now? There is a cloud that is coming back and it might come by us and it's right there. and it's slipping right around that corner. And I don't know if you guys can see it, but there is a cloud that looks like it's making its way this way, possibly. But there is another storm to the right of us around 2:30, 3 o'clock. But we're getting ready to go to San Juan tomorrow, so we're getting ready for 4 days and 3 nights. A Fast Five Freddy. Yes, looking back, it's like a blink of an eye. Yes. Yeah. Shoot.
You were saying?
Wow. Oh, that's because this rub thing, babe. Sorry about that, guys. We need a rubber band. You got a rubber band, man?
I may. Hold that thought.
This thing is missing something on the bottom. That's what it is on the phone. But you see that storm to the right is coming. That's the next storm. Right there. This one here on this side passed us. But like I said, if you could see there, man, you could see the clouds in between the trees. But that's the next storm coming. Yeah, life is funny. There's really no book or nothing. I don't care how many people write books. You know, that's their life. I probably spelled that. I used to sell Puja tea from San Juan. I probably misspelled that. That's okay. Nothing like 70s music. And 80s. Don't forget the 80s. We had a big one last night. Yeah, last night there was an 80s party somewhere downtown. We were going to go, but we were so tired yesterday from picking all the fruits.
And I wasn't feeling good.
And 90s. I mean, 90s, not so like the 80s and 70s. Like the 70s and the 80s, that was real. Especially the 80s. I mean, everyone. You just can't beat the 80s. It's hard to beat stuff that was done in the 80s. There was good movies. There was good music. Life was good. And we didn't even have nothing. No cell phone. No computers. Nothing. I mean, there was just life. You just went out there and you enjoyed it and stuff. You didn't sit inside the house when you were a kid. You were outside playing, riding your bike, dirt bike, or whatever you did, play sports and stuff like that. But that was really and the 70s were good. Especially in the late 70s, they were good times too. That was when disco came out and stuff, the hustle, and a lot of inspiration from the 70s that made the 80s great. And I believe that. Again, good movies back then. Great movies in the 70s. And it inspired a lot of people. That's what made the 80s great. And unfortunately, the generation is not grasping on. Even though a lot of the generation listens to the 80s, but a majority of them are not grasping on and taking that greatness from the 80s and trying to make their own greatness into 2023. Because, I mean, the 90s, what you thought it was great, shit was just going down. And then in 2000, shit just, it just hit the fan, and we didn't even know. Everyone was just blinded. And now look where we're at right now. Uh, yeah, 70 was my wild years. That's how I feel about the 70s. Yeah, I was young in the 70s, and then the 80s was really my wild years. Uh, but then I had 85, I had my first kid. But it was like I said, it was just the 80s are really, it's hard to beat. The 80s are hard to beat. Like I said, they have great, I still watch movies from the 80s, but the 80s, like I said, they had everything. There was great movies and music and just good times, basically. Good times. Even in school, I think
Is there anything wrong with the 90s?
being in school in the 80s was even a good time. A lot of memories in the 80s. I agree, these times literally break my heart. They do. They do, because really this is the time that, see it's coming over there?
Yep.
So we might have to.
We're going to have to haul butt to the front.
No, we should be okay back here. But I think just for some odd reason, when we all grew up, we grew up to take care of the next generation. Like the young generation was there for the older generation, which usually they started complaining, the older generation. They always complain about, oh, you guys are rock music or this and that. Like, in the Elvis. And here comes another one. It's not raining back here. Well, maybe it's not raining back here. Just bear with us, guys. We're trying to. You got to move around this house because it rains in one spot, it doesn't rain in another spot. You got it? Where you at? We good back here. This rain is coming from the left of me. The other rain came from the right of me. So the back porch might get wet. But we've been moving this camera back and forth, just trying to show you. But if it does lightning, we are going to leave you out here by yourself, and ain't no one going to be talking to you.
Except through the computer.
Are you serious?
I knew it was going to. It's coming in from that direction.
We should be good.
Hell, I can't even see the mountain.
Coffee time. Yeah, they don't have. Yeah, and it just seems like this newer generation doesn't really care about the older generation. And now we gripe more, but we have a legitimacy of griping. In the past, the older generation just griped about stupid stuff. I don't know, maybe we're good on the side. Son of a gun. Was it raining over there? Alright. Let's go back over there real quick. BB wants to kill me. All this running back and forth. You guys are probably getting tired of me moving. Yeah. That's because the rain is coming behind us.
That's what I said.
And not in front of us this time. And we're walking around the house like crazy. Here we go. This rain does not want to make up its mind.
Looks like Florida weather.
Alrighty. Ezekiel, beautiful view. Do you guys rent the house like for vacation? No, it's still under construction. No, it's still under construction. You're good, just be careful. No, not to trip on. We trip on something, we going way down there. Be dead if you trip on something here. You'll be dead.
If it's fall, don't kill you, the trees will.
Yep. Yeah, now the rain is coming from the back of the house. Before it came from the side of the house. This thing got us running around all over. Then we had to go inside the house because we didn't know that it wasn't raining behind the house. But this is almost like Florida, sideway rain.
Yeah.
What are those pink? I don't know what those pink flowers are. They're just a flower tree. People love them in Puerto Rico. There's another one to the left, but
Yeah.
they're just a
You see
flower.
them all over
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
They bloom this time of the year. And the other thing is, we seen one that was another color.
Yellow, I think.
I think we seen one in yellow.
That one was really pretty.
Yeah, it could be that tree.
What?
Mimosas tree.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah. In Spanish, they call it Albizia ulebricin. But yeah, it kind of looks like that tree. I just looked it up.
Yeah, Mom's got two on the property.
No, that's theirs.
Who's? No, she's
People's.
got one right there.
Oh, okay. But yeah, you see a lot of those. The only time Doug wanted to move to Costa Rica, he lived it down there. Oh, he loves it down there? Up now. It's cleaning.
Yeah.
But they have shallow roots. Yeah, well, the great thing is that tree is way down there, nowhere near the house. That's the good thing. That tree's been through hurricanes, earthquakes, and it's growing through the mango tree.
Yep.
I mean, literally growing through a mango tree. Gets in septic systems. Well, good thing because our septic system is nowhere near that. I think Puerto Rico's septic system is way different than from the United States septic. They everything just goes into a square box, a vault. Where the United States, it goes to a vault and it separates the water from the thing. The sound of rain is so relaxed. Yes, it is. But it's muggy too. I stuck a mimosa limb in the ground years ago. It made a tree. Yeah, BB's done that. She took them branches and made roots come out of it. But it's crazy how this rain is coming from all different sides of the island. Uh, and there's still another one at 2:30, right?
Yeah.
2:30, there should be another one that's coming across. And like I said, if you could just, I don't know if you guys can see it, right there to the left, like there's a cloud right above the mimosa tree that's literally in the mountain and it's making its way down. But if you see with the mimosa tree up, you can literally see a cloud. That's going through the mountain. That was one thing I used to like seeing when I was a kid. And sometimes they'd be puffy. And they'd be puffing along. It's like, dude, it's like, come closer, I want to touch you. And mind you, there's no roads there or nothing. This is literally mountain clouds. That's how low these clouds are, these rain clouds. And that's how high up we are from the mountain. But look, it's like over there. It's just right there to the right and to the left. It's clear. And it's like literally right there now, the storm. It's literally right there. Made about 800 door dashing this week. Cool.
Good job, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't like the sideway rain. It does that a lot in Florida. Sideway rain is bad when you're driving. Very blind. It can blind you. Especially if it's coming sideways towards the front of your car. How many hours dashing and how many hours you were out there? Kyle. But you just, like I said, and just think how junky must be, the rainforest. I think it's part of the rainforest. It could be. It could be. There is a lot of trees here. But I know Junque is way higher than here, but
Yeah.
it could be part, like, you know, when you get something, like you don't see this in the United States unless you're up in the mountains, but, and it's trees. It's like you're literally seeing trees.
Kyle says they're getting rain there too. Yeah, Kyle, they said y'all were supposed to get a lot of rain, baby.
But that's what happens when you have trees in your country. You get to experience the good stuff. But when you're like Florida and you knock all your trees down, but people are still chilling. Everyone's chilling in the house. Not many people are driving on the road right now. Other than downtown, it wasn't even that busy when we went to go pick up some food earlier. Was not busy at all. I think everyone was expecting this rain to come. But like I said, it's just so beautiful to see those clouds down there going through the trees. And the crazy thing is when you're looking, like when we looked, where were we? We were at a restaurant. And it looked like in Maya West, it looked like a fire was starting. But it was a cloud. It was just floating right there. And it looked like you could just reach out and touch it. Hubbing, mowing in between rainstorms. Ooh. Can't do that in Florida. Plus, once the grass is wet, it doesn't make good for cutting, and it makes a mess on your lawnmower. Now people here call it a day. They wait till tonight, and then they'll come out. But it's like the clouds are right there, literally. Like you can just reach out and touch them. And they do have door dashing in Puerto Rico. Look at that. You wouldn't even know it rained.
Here it comes again.
Yeah, I hear it. I hear it, but I don't see it. Here it comes. Phoebe misses dashing. I was gonna ask if y'all dash. No, we don't. Anytime we go on vacation, heck no. And I'm sure she doesn't miss dashing.
No, I don't.
She's on vacation. Now
I'll be
this,
dashing enough once I get back.
now this storm is coming from here, and that one there has thunder in it. You still got power? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, fans are going.
Okay. Sometimes that's bad here too. The power goes out. These little storms pop up. Just think of all that nice grass that'll grow now. I would dash if I was younger, but my get up and go is gone. That's why we sold our Corolla. It was a low rider. And it was right when before we went to Puerto Rico, we sold the white RAV4, which was very comfortable because you get up into it. And we bought ourselves a Tucson. And then when we got back from Puerto Rico, after doing all the work here, we couldn't even get back into the Corolla no more. It was just too damn low. We kept on using the new car. So then we sold that one and just got us another new car where we could just, both cars, you could just slide into it. You don't go down. You just, like the truck, you go up a little. And the other car that she got, you just slide the venue.
Yeah, I
You
just
just slide
my
right
little
into
booty
it.
right up in
And you
there.
slide right out because
My back and my shoulders and my arms and my
Yeah.
neck can't do all that, or my knees anymore.
yeah, all that getting up.
I'm not 30 anymore.
So I retired from the low life, the cars, the low riders, and stuff. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for getting the truck. It's even the cars. When we went to go look at cars, the crazy thing, when we went to go look at normal cars, like a Toyota or, I mean, I'm particularly a Toyota man anyway. But when we went to go look at like the Camry and the Corolla, and they're not lower, just regular factory. when it's like when you get inside, you still have, like they make the seats inside low, so it felt like you were getting into a lower vehicle, and I was just like I was not comfortable. And then we went to Hyundai because the SUV prices were high on the RAV4, and then we went to Hyundai and they had all these cheap brand new cars and stuff. Oh yeah, those are nice, the pre-runners. But they're so expensive. I mean, Toyota's just so expensive because they're such a reliable car. But when we were seeing the Hyundai and I seen the Tucson, I fell in love with it. And it's just perfect. That one you just got to get up a little bit, but nothing much, nothing drastic, nothing real drastic. And that's with the seat down. And then the venue, literally, you just slide across it. Uh, you just literally slide across it, and
Well, you definitely don't want to go in the house right now.
why it's scorching.
You got it.
Jesus, did you see the degrees?
Almost back to 90.
Jesus. But yeah, I mean, so that's when we wound up buying the Hyundais. Plus, they had a better warranty, lifetime tranny and engine warranty as long as you bring it to them for service. That's all changes, not they don't have to do
I
your
like Toyotas too, but
yeah.
they're ridiculous for what they want for a new Toyota, and there's nothing in it but a backup camera.
I'm not talking about brakes and stuff like that. As long as you get their oil changed, the transmission oil changed through them, and the engine oil changed through them, you have a lifetime warranty on that.
Because
But
we were going to buy a brand new
If they
Toyota.
told me I needed something that had nothing to do with oil changes, I'd be like, nah, I'll take it somewhere cheaper. Our 2020 Ram feels like driving a semi. Our 2008 Ram 4x4 is a little similar. That one Hyundai Venue that she bought, we can literally make a U-turn in the garage with it. It's a itty bitty. Now the Tucson, I feel like it was a little bit bigger than the RAV4, but very comfortable.
Yeah, but you can get that in any that driving.
And that was an all-wheel drive.
Well, that's why we bought the Tucson.
Yeah.
Because it was an all-wheel drive.
But that one there, I mean, I love that one. And she loves the Venue.
Oh God,
Lifetime Powertrain 2020, I lost it on 08 because I've got inspection after 5 years. Oh, wow. Yeah, Florida, they don't have inspection. But as long as you, like I said, you keep bringing it to them for oil changes, they'll take care of you. Sounds thundering somewhere.
Over there.
I mean, I'm happy we didn't get the thunder with it.
Yeah.
They're nice looking cars y'all have. Yeah, they are.
They are.
The last cars. We don't buy cars to
No.
it's a thing. We buy them to keep them forever, and that was the first cars we ever bought brand new in our lives. Everything else just used
We got to pick out what we wanted
Yeah.
and how we wanted
and that
it.
was the great thing, is that we got a car that we wanted the way we wanted it. Same thing with the Venue. It was exactly what we were looking for. Something cheap in price. Because the Tucson came with a lot of bells and whistles we didn't even care about, or the sunroof and stuff. I had a Highland traded for a 110 dually when we had our RV. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm too old to drive an RV or a trailer behind
Nope.
my truck. A camper, I should say, a camper.
But no, even my Venue's got a lot of bells and whistles, way more than I thought.
No,
it was
but I'm
gonna
saying,
have.
like, like it was perfect. For
Yeah.
the price
Yeah.
and whatever came with it was perfect.
Yeah.
And that's good when you can go to a dealership and you can get something that you want, and not that not just there and you just take it. You know what I mean? There was the right color of the car. It had the right stuff in it. So we were like, you know what? Let's get her.
Yeah, because they had other color cars venues there, and I did not like them.
Nah, we didn't like them. But
No.
yeah, I mean, it feels good when you can go somewhere and get something that you particularly were looking for. A lot of people, they just go and just buy whatever.
No, I'm too picky for that.
And then they're not happy with their
paying
car.
that kind of money.
There's stuff in our car 2020 we don't even know. Yeah, and that's how it is for us. I mean, we're driving one day and the damn car's talking. Red light camera ahead. I'm like, who the hell said that? Like, where the hell did that come from?
That was
Red light
funny.
camera ahead. A half a mile. Red light camera ahead, 50 feet. And then it goes bling, bling, bling when you pass the red. I'm thinking like, at first, I'm thinking like, is that your cell phone? Like, what's going on here? Then to find out it was the car. We took it for an oil change, and they must have updated it because the damn thing wasn't doing it before and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was like what the hell? So it's like us too. We're finding stuff on the vehicles that we didn't ask for it. We didn't.
Oh, just like
You
they
know,
got the
but-
radar. The weather radar.
Oh yeah, it even had a weather radar that we found in
both cars.
both cars that we were messing with the thing, and it even has a weather radar.
Weather radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like,
What the hell?
yeah, like I didn't ask for this, but we're still finding stuff on the cars that we didn't know. Not complaining about it. It was just like I said, the things that we wanted in the vehicles were right there. I didn't care for the thing after going auto brake in front, rear. I turn both off and do not use. Oh, the auto braking. Yeah, we leave all that happened to us already.
But we leave it on.
We leave it on. I mean, we leave all the safety features on, even though we don't like, because that happened to us. We came close to a car and the car slammed its brakes on.
Oh my God.
But if you guys can see that cloud literally down there in the mountain, it's just going across. It's beautiful. But yeah, the auto braking, yeah. But we leave everything on because
Too many crazy drivers.
yeah. Because a couple of years ago, somebody hit us head on. So we're just leaving all the safety features on. That thing's got so much bells and whistles when we're driving, like beep, 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 beep. That's all we hear when we drive. It's like, God damn. This thing tells everything.
You call it tattletale.
Yeah. It was too sensitive because it would stop before I got to stop. I know. Oh, before I got to stop at the stop sign. We don't have that one. We have it till when you get
No.
close to a car, it'll auto brake. So yours even has more features. Yeah. The one thing we do shut off is when the car shuts off at a red light.
Yeah. we
Because
shut
that'll
that
burn
off.
out a starter.
Yeah, we shut that
But we
off.
shut that off. Like every
That's
time
only
you go
in the Tucson though. That's
Yeah.
not in the.
every time you go to a red light, the damn car shuts off and everything stays on running off the battery, and it's like, nah. Now I do like the cruise control because the cruise control steps on the brakes for you. And
And you can set the distance.
you can set the distance in the cars. Get the thing for this. I do like that feature. The self-driving I like. But, well, I said we didn't even know half the stuff was in there.
Oh, hummingbird.
Yeah, hummingbird?
Right down there.
Yeah.
See it?
I mean, I don't see it, but.
Well, I guess not. You ain't got your spectacles. He's all over that tree.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Boy, I wish I could catch one and bring it home. Now I moved my hummingbird feeder, they're coming.
The cookies will be strong tonight.
Yes, they will. I love watching the hummingbirds.
And anyone who says roosters don't crow all day over here, they do.
They're full of caca
They crow all day long.
all day, all night.
But we put 5,000 miles on it last year, so it shows I just don't go. Wow. We're at 15,000 already on the truck, 1,000 on the other car. Because the other car we just basically used for door dashing. The bigger one we used when we went to Memphis. We drove with it. But either one we can use because they both have enough room to lay down in the back if need to be.
Yeah, I can put my gel mattress, my gel twin mattress in there,
And Doug door dashes from our home. All food places are within a mile here. Oh, that's good. Everything else is 13 miles.
yeah.
A mile to 13 miles. Depends what the pay is. But a lot of big controversy going on with DoorDash anyway. Our home is the hot spot. Oh, wow, you're lucky. I mean, we could dash out of our home, but the hot spot's down the road. We have to go to it, to where all the food is at. We tried that one day. It took a while before we got our first dash.
Yeah.
But then when we're near the hot spot, then they start picking up. But yeah, so much going through with DoorDash. It changes just so much.
It's practically evolving every day. Hey, I can start to see Aguililla.
Yep. I see that. He got his first triple yesterday. We had a quadruple one time. That was pretty crazy. It's like go pick up two, drop off one, go pick up the other one, drop off the other one. Go pick up the other one, drop off the other one, then drop off the other one. We had some lives when we did that. But when it goes good, I mean, it goes good. But when it goes south,
It really goes south.
it goes south.
Man, that little hummingbird's still humming around there.
But I always say you find a formula that's good for you because
What works for us?
it's a lot of
ain't
YouTubers
necessarily
out
gonna
there
work
just
for
BSing on
you.
what they make and how they do it. He started a month ago for a little town. He's doing pretty good. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah, we're in a small market, a very small market. That's it's I don't know if it's just oversaturated or just how the app shows each person, but each person is definitely not getting the same view of an app. You know, everyone could be in the same market, but everyone has a different view on how DoorDash gives you your orders. It's like I say, some days we've had people that sit by Chick-fil-A and we're going to getting these big orders. and they're just sitting there. And then just some days, if there's a lot of top dashers out there, then you're competing with them. We did a dash by time. Definitely not worth it. We don't care for all the drama, so we just move on. Yeah, yep, that's how we are. We did a whole live where we did an experiment with dash by time, and we found that they give you less time and you made less money. Where we were told that if you dash by time in that area, that you can make more money, but you keep your tips. Your tips you keep, but you don't keep the pay. The pay goes towards the per hour. And DoorDash is pretty slick because you sit down a lot too. We're at least a pay by order. If you have to wait at a restaurant, you know what? You just gotta wait. It's more better that if you just do pay by order. The main thing is the shopping. That's where the money's at. It's gonna be in the shopping.
Unfortunately, yes.
That's where your big pays are at, is in the shopping. Because even if you go in there and shop for 30 minutes, it doesn't matter. The pay by time, they're not going to let you sit at a place for an hour and pay you. But we learned that. Like I said, pay by time is definitely not worth it. There's a way. Yeah, same here. We've been waiting for Spark as well. And a lot of people are multi-apping. And I think when we go back, we're going to go back to multi-apping because we made even more money. And that's the bad thing, is that a lot of people, when they make videos, they're not, I make $500 a day. They're not telling you that they're multi-apping. They just use the title DoorDash on there. And it gets people frustrated because, they're like, well, I can't make $500 a day. And anyone who does say that they make $500 a day in DoorDash, they're bullshitters. They're bullshitters because, like I said, you got to be multi-apping. I mean, it's like with Dirty Bronco.
Mm-hmm.
He makes good money. He can make like $200, but he double apps.
Yeah.
DoorDash is the only thing here. I'm surprised you don't have Uber.
Uber Eats, that
Yeah,
is.
Uber Eats. Because usually when there's DoorDash, there's Uber Eats.
Bite Squad,
And Bite Squad, which is Uber. Uber Eats.
Postmates.
But you got to know how to multi-app. You can't just keep
And
declining.
if you're using one phone, it's hard.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You're using one phone, but you got to learn how to multi-app, because multi-apping, you got to learn how to pause DoorDash when you get a good order on the other app. You just can't keep declining and screwing up your AR rating and stuff like that.
Can't
Not
do it
every
now.
place signs up. No, but what DoorDash is slick, because DoorDash will put an order in as a customer, and when you go pick it up, you're picking it up for the customer. There's been a lot of big controversy over that where DoorDash gets their menu, they have people out there that go and get the menu for them, and if they can't find it online, they'll send someone out to go pick up a menu from a store. And then what DoorDash will do, because that's where back in the day you used to have to go and place an order.
Yep.
When DoorDash first started, when we started DoorDash, when it first started, we've been doing DoorDash since the beginning, part-time, on and off. But when DoorDash first started, you went into McDonald's and you said, hey, give me a number, and you paid with the DoorDash credit card.
Yep.
So that's a credit card, so they can't stop you. One Cafe will not, because it don't want to raise its prices and stuff. But with DoorDash, like I said, what DoorDash does is they'll go order from a place and they'll raise the prices on their app, on DoorDash app.
Yeah.
So even though that cafe might not accept DoorDash, but someone orders through there, Like they have ghost kitchens and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But if someone orders out of that store and DoorDash says, you know what, we're getting a lot of orders from here, let's just have them go and pay for it. They'll make you go order the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's more expensive, but people don't care. I mean, people don't care. But what they'll make you do is they'll make you go, like, there's a chicken place that Uber sends you to, and you order the chicken, and you're waiting there a while,
Yeah.
and you order it, and you use their credit card,
And you pay for it.
like in that place, that cafe you're talking about. If someone comes in there and they put an order in, they're not going to turn them down because they're not losing money. Even if they flip out, I mean, the card doesn't say, I don't think it says DoorDash on it. I mean, they'll know it's a DoorDash card because it's a red card, but it's a credit card that DoorDash turns on and off when you're working. When you have an order, it turns on the credit card. Once that order is complete, it shuts off the credit card.
Yep.
So when you go in there and order as a customer, then people are not going to say no because that's money in their pocket. Yes, they're not doing it through DoorDash, but what DoorDash will do is they'll add their money onto that menu. And that's what a lot of people
Don't
are
understand.
complaining. A lot of these stores are complaining because now DoorDash is having them walk in there and order. And like I said, you're not going to turn down a customer for that reason because you're making money even though it's not through DoorDash, but you're still taking their money, and then DoorDash will add their own money on top of it. That's why they tell you don't give the customer the receipt.
Yeah.
Because when you were ordering the food or when you go shopping for the food, like in the shop and pays, when you go shopping for the food, it's showing DoorDash prices on there. It's not showing the food places. So when we go to Aldi and milk is $1, well, DoorDash might charge $1.50 for the same milk because you're going in there shopping for them. You're using the credit card. And that's how they make their money, is that they raise the price on their app end, even though the store may not be participating. But you can't stop somebody from going. I mean, you can stop someone from going there and shopping, but why would you? That's money. Because again, they're not raising their prices. DoorDash is raising the prices to the consumer
Yeah.
because the store doesn't want to participate, so they're going to find a way to make money off the thing. But yeah, that's how a lot of those shopping pays, and they tell you do not give the customer the receipt because they don't want to see the customer spend $32 and DoorDash charge them $50 because they're going to be pissed off because it's like it's not the same thing and stuff. But yeah, like I said, back in the day, that's what you used to do, and shopping pays. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, going
For
to
DoorDash.
restaurants and you'd have to order it.
Yeah. A shop and pay is definitely an example. It's definitely an example of DoorDash having a different price on their app when the consumer orders. And when you go in there and you buy it, you scan the receipt so DoorDash knows. When you use a red card, do you give the receipt? No, you're not allowed to give the receipts to the customer.
Nope.
Anytime you use a red card, you're not allowed to give the receipt to the customer. Because, like I said, DoorDash doesn't want them to know what they really paid for it.
Right.
But no, you keep the receipts. Now, if you went and picked up an order through DoorDash and there's a receipt on there, well, you just leave that receipt there. But if you're shopping for them and you're using that card, so... Because a lot of customers would complain to DoorDash because, like I said, they would be, the receipt would say $30 and DoorDash is charging like $45, $50. And the customer's like, what the hell? This thing is $30. Why are you charging me $50? It's because they're adding their prices onto that, to the consumer. But yeah, definitely don't do it. Don't.
Nope.
Because now, before, BB used to scan the receipts, and she doesn't scan the receipts no more. They don't even ask you to scan the receipt anymore.
Yeah, now they don't.
Basically, they're telling you just throw it away. Because before you had to scan the receipt to show DoorDash what was spent, but now somehow through the app of the consumers, you don't have to scan the receipt to DoorDash. They already know when they already know what they're charging the customer, and when you ring out, and that's another thing. DoorDash does not want you to go to
Self-checkout.
self checkout. You have to go through the line when you do shop and pay. They do not want you to go through the self checkout. They want you to go through the line, and you can get fired if you go through the self checkout. Now, there's nothing open but the self checkout. That's a different story. But it says it right there. Don't go to self checkout and stuff. But they're getting wiser and wiser as the time goes on. All right, BB. Anything else you'd like to say?
Nope.
Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Lee. Great conversation. Any more questions? Just leave them in the comments. We'll be happy to answer them for you. Wish your husband good luck with that type 2. Hope everything works out for him. Until our next live from Puerto Rico, which will be in San Juan. We just got to get ready and start packing. And that's really it, right?
Yep.
So, as BB would say,
Everybody take care. Take care of one another. Take care of yourselves. And see ya. Adios.